how to manage EMF.
Yeah, I love this one. First of all, EMF is just the pits, and I don't know why they're putting up towers everywhere. They're all over the place, but distance is your friend, right? Like that's my favorite. That's probably my first thing there is like as far away as you can get from one of those towers. And now they're painting them. Like they're trying to make them look like the buildings or like a tree. It's like the most obvious, not a tree, still a tower. But anyway, definitely distance. I use a website called antennasearch.com. I can put the link here. It's fantastic. They update it all the time. I'm not sure if it works in Canada. We got to check, we got to test it out and see if it does. It is phenomenal. And it will tell you every single registered tower nearby, whatever that address is. So, like before my kids go to school, before we buy a house, before we rented a house, like antennasearch.com is always where I will, that's like the first place I check because I just rule places out as a result of it. I also really love, that's what I went to go find is my little EMF meter because I love this
Oh,
bad boy. This is my TriField. This is the one that I used when I was house hunting. Yeah, I went to go get my little mold kit. Yeah. So this guy is awesome. It's not cheap. It's like $140 or something, but it is totally worth it and can get it on Amazon, but it is fantastic. And like you turn it to the RF one for the radio frequencies and it will pull up everything and it gives you like a nice little reading. And I just always want to keep it under anything under one, but the lower the better. And I love this thing. So it's great to use. I actually like to take it with me in the car sometimes because if I see like a tower nearby from a store that I'm going to, I like to like hold it up and see how far away, like how bad it is, how close and how far away. For house hunting purposes, we always were like, we don't want to live anywhere like half a mile is our like limit, like our from a distance. I have one of those phone cover things, like a defender for the phone shield. I'm not sure that it actually works. I've tested it with my EMF meter and it doesn't seem to make a difference. Like when it's on versus when it's off. When it's closed and off, like then it is lower. But so I feel like it sort of cheats because the thing has to be closed for it to be off. And so it looks lower. Grounding mats, I've used those. I'm out to lunch on those. I don't know if those necessary. I have them.
I have grounding sheets. So
Yeah,
I've I've played around a little bit with this. I think I prefer just going in my backyard, sitting
yes,
in one of our chairs and putting my feet
nature.
on the ground a couple
Yeah.
times a day.
And
But
like linen sheets, cotton, like always like, natural materials, that's for sure. Cause that definitely improves your frequency. It's like if you can sleep in linen would be the best. And then like 100% cotton probably right after that. I'm trying to think of any other, but honestly minerals because it leaches your minerals. So like just like oxalate type recovery, like having minerals, but the same thing with, I know I'm talking like 5G towers and that type of thing, but also those high wired power lines, those like big guys, they're like the same type of frequency where you'll feel like the heart palpitations and like they make my brain get all wild and like I can really totally feel the difference. So I think people that are in our situations of like dealing with this, once you've like learned a little bit of what is going on in your body, you're just more aware of it. Like, but I can answer more questions on EMF if anybody has them, and I'll put the antenna search in the.
okay, do that. What I would say is when it comes to all these different kinds of frequencies that we're being exposed to, I think, ideally, if you can be a bit more conservative, that's great. But I really find myself a bit ambivalent if we go too far down this rabbit hole. We should be able to handle some kinds of essentially radiation. The sunlight is radiation. So I think we want to be mindful without necessarily making ourselves crazy about some of the stuff that we're getting exposed